Hey everyone, welcome back to The Hidden Brick, where today we're doing part 1 of the build of the Lego Ninjago Enter the Serpent set. This is set number 70749, 529 pieces. We have, looks like, 5 minifigures. There they are. They're all unique except for Zugo. He's found in one other set. But looking at the box art, there's some pretty cool stuff going on here. We've got this big rounded kind of donut shaped piece. We have, looks like some balls shooting out of this serpent, brick built serpent mouth. So I'm curious to see how that's built. Got a little suspension bridge over here. So a lot of cool stuff going on here. I love the Ninjago sets. Love the play features and all the interesting builds. And looking at the back, you'll see there's some trapdoor action going on here. We've got some hidden spring-loaded missiles, so all kinds of stuff. I mean, they really do a good job with these Ninjago sets. So I hope you guys like them as much as I do, because I'm a big fan of the Ninjago. So let me adjust this camera a bit so we can see what's going on in here. All right, so that's there's the bags. We have one. A big instruction book, kind of folded over, so I'll reverse fold it to kind of get it ready. We've got a small sticker sheet, it's not bad. A bag 1, a bag 4, a bag 3, and a bag 2. So we'll do the first 2 bags in this part 1. And then in part 2, we will do the last 2 bags. So there's all the parts from the big bag. There's a small bag of parts inside the big bag. Dump those off to the side. Came with another one of these things, whatever they are. Not quite sure what they are. They always give me a bunch of them. I'll go ahead and attach it to this little tree I have going of all my others. They kind of easily go on there. So yeah, whatever that is, got that there. Okay. So the first thing we're going to build is the minifigures. Obviously, we'll start with Lloyd. He's the green ninja. He's cool. He has the angry face. And a couple swords on this little sword sleeve backpack thing. Sure, there's an official name for it, but there's Lloyd. Next up, oh wait, he's going to hold a few things. So he's going to hold a torch. So we're going to go ahead and put this torch to help light the way. So there's the torch, and he has a tile with a sticker on it. It looks like some sort of map type sticker. Sticker number 6. So my last Ninjago build was a older set from 2012, and the stickers did not have numbers. And this is obviously a newer set from 2015, and they have stickered numbers. So that helps a lot, just to make sure you get the right sticker on there. So there's this little map. It looks like it's a torn piece of a map. There is another half of the map right there. So we'll probably build that later on. So this is Zugo, the second minifigure in this bag. So save the other minifigures for other bags. It's the way a lot of the newer sets are nowadays. You especially the ones that have a lot of minifigures, they typically split it up into multiple bags. And I kind of like that. A couple reasons why. Some minifigures, like the heads or the legs or the torso elements, look very similar, and you could easily get them put on the wrong minifigure. And by separating them into different bags, it helps break it down to giving you smaller choices of which minifigure head you can use. So you end up getting the right ones on there. Second reason is a theft deterrent. There's actually, believe it or not, a lot of problems with people going into stores, opening a Lego set, finding the one bag that has all the minifigures in it, and they steal that bag only. They leave the open box and all the other parts on the shelf. So by splitting it up, it makes it harder for thieves to go in and quickly take a minifigure that may be of some value. Because there are some sets, I mean, I don't sell any of my Lego, but there are some sets that you can buy almost at full retail price and resell the minifigures only and make all of your money back and still be able to keep all the Lego bricks. So thieves then realize that, and they will just go in and just buy, or not buy, they will steal the minifigures, sell them, because they're easier to sell, and they don't care about the rest of the bricks. They don't want to sell those. They just want the quick, easy money. That's pretty much how crime works in general. Just looking for an easy dollar. But crime doesn't pay. So we're kind of building this little alternating brick temple thing. Alright, so we've got all these tan pieces. Now we're going to sprinkle in some of this purple color, which is the color of the serpents. They like that purple color for some reason. We've got some bones. There's a lot of bone elements in this set. So it's kind of a cryptic decor, meaning they have either using the bones of their previous prey, or maybe these are the bones of people that have tried to attack them, and they're thinking, well, might as well use them because they're dead anyway. It's also maybe a deterrent if a stranger happens to fall upon the little base or fortress or whatever this is that's in the forest, and they see all these bone elements everywhere. They're like, whoa, I don't want to be one of those people. I'm out of here. So a lot of bones in this set. some more purple. Do have the lock, little padlock, which is cool. Goes there. So this is a little holding cell. He's got the padlock on there. And instead of a jail bar, they use the bones. Which, if you're any good ninja, I mean, wouldn't you be able to just kind of karate chop the bones and they would break and fall apart? I mean, I'm not trying to point out any flaws or anything. I'm just asking the question. Maybe bones have some sort of superpower against ninja karate chops. Alright, so the kind of the inverted slope element like that, that's kind of the typical Oriental style architecture detail. We'll put a couple of these big blades up there for decoration. And then we're going to build the little suspension bridge part. It's actually going to be 3 of these that are going to be identical. So this being the first one. That's 2, and here's the third. Okay, we just clip each one of these together, just like that. And now there's going to be one more. It's kind of the same, but it has this modified plate with a little bar facing down. That one attaches there. So these little these little clips actually have a lot of clutch power. So just holding it straight out like that, you can see that the bridge is not falling down. But if it, in reality, if this was a real suspension bridge, if this part wasn't connected to something, it would, kind of dangle like that. But this one is more of like a posable version where you can kind of pose it how you want it. So we can kind of create this little archway type piece like that. So that completes bag 1. We have some extra pieces, notably a large bone, a golden ninja sword, one of these bigger kind of sword elements, and a printed little lock tile. So those are decent amount of good extra pieces. So let's move our minifigures out of the way. Give us room to open up bag number 2. All right. Did dump one piece on the ground. Got it. Here's the small bag of parts that were in the big bag. Dump those out. Good there. Alright, so we have the next minifigure, and this is Kapurai. I'm not up to date on the current Ninjago cartoon, so someone will tell me how to say this right. Just trying to read it on the box. So this is a unique minifigure though. Similar to the one that we saw in the last video. This cool little figure that's the double-headed snake, but this one's a single-headed snake. But you can see the leg portion is almost identical. It's the same mold, different color though, and different printing on the front. So that's a cool little figure. So let's start building the large serpent thing here. This is kind of the base of it. Figure out how to do this without having parts everywhere. Got another sloped piece over here and two of these clips. Another slope here, and we have a little torch. So we've got some fire lighting the way right there. Now we have these large brick panels, which I'm a fan of. I may have said that before in other videos, but when I do my mocks of my buildings, and you can quickly throw up some of these large panels for walls or supporting elements, it really does make the builds pretty quick and easy. You save all the small stuff for the details. So this is kind of interesting. We're going to build a little checkerboard pattern. There. A couple more of these single light bluish gray studs. So 1x2 light bluish gray tiles. Now we have some of these little spikes. Basically one on each one of these jumper plates. Alright, some more pretty big panels. Got this big panel here. We've got a sloped brick. We have a kind of medium-sized panel, and then a taller sloped brick. So the randomness kind of makes it look like a rock cliff or some sort of rocky element. That we have a couple red Technic bricks right here in the middle. 1, 2. Two of these spring-loaded flick fire missile bricks. Don't shoot your eye out. A little Technic brick. 2 friction pins. The headlight brick with a little vine element hanging down. It's there. 2 1x3 light bluish gray bricks. Alright, so we have a Technic element. It's probably going to be a play feature. This may be the trapdoor area. But this whole piece slides into these Technic bricks that we put on there. So it slides right in there. This axle's hanging out right there in the middle. And then we have another 6 long axle with the axle joiner. And put this Technic brick on there. So that Technic brick has the hole in it. It's a pinhole, and then we push that in. So now you can see this little portion in here is stuck in between these 2 bricks. So if you try to pull it out, it stops before it comes all the way out. Pretty basic Lego technique. Now this is a little bit more complex as far as the Technic elements go. So we've got this little bracket element that's holding the 4 long axle in there. We have an axle connector with a 6 long axle. 2 long bushing this thing, and then this little ball. Basically going to repeat that. We have one more just the same. I accidentally used a 6 long axle here where it should have been a 4 long. So I'll just switch these out. Okay. That bushing this thing, and then the little ball element. It's actually a knob. It's not a ball, and we saw this in our last build too. It's a kind of looks like a ball, but then when you turn it around, you'll see there's a flat spot, and then there's an area in there that an axle hole or an axle can connect. So it's really like a knob. So it connects to the end of that axle, just like that. So we'll put these on both sides of this bracket element that we already created. Put a brick on top of that one, and this piece connects right there. So that's going to be our flick fire launcher right there. There's our stairs, and we have our big purple donut shaped elements. Go on both sides here and here. That's also going to help lock in all those plates that we've created for the base element. Alright, so here's our little trapdoor piece. That simply attaches like that. Got those plates on there. Some plates and tiles on this next step. Actually, I have quite a bit of them on this step. There's the trapdoor action. I got a sneak peek of. That didn't stay on very good. They gave us an extra one though, so I'll just use the extra. Alright, so that completes bag number 2. We have quite a few extra pieces. Actually, I have one extra piece that this, typically you don't have extra. Okay, I see what happened. Typically you don't have extra plates, like larger plates, and this plate was supposed to go top of that stairs, so I can easily replace that, and there we go. That just helps hold that trapdoor frame on a little bit better. Make sure that everything is squeezed on there nice and good. Trapdoor action. See back here how this works. That little Technic piece I was showing you that you pull out and it stops. When you push it all the way in, it's holding up the trapdoor. See how it's in there right there? And when you pull it out, then gravity takes that door down, and you are now trapped and or impaled on the spikes right below it. Cool. So here's all the extra pieces from the second bag. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the second part. If you're already subscribed, you're awesome. Biggest fan ever. Appreciate you guys who support this channel. Put a comment down below, and we'll see you in part 2.